Hey guys, Brendan here from Airsoft Q19 with my first video of doing a little tip. So as you saw from my previous video, the little teaser mag dumps and stuff like that, I did get myself a MP7 gas blowback. This little tip will apply to anyone with a gas blowback, green gas blowback or propane, just with that fill valve. So I was not able to make any videos of the gun. Like I said in the description of that video, I got the gun Sunday and I made that video Tuesday, and the reason I couldn't shoot it is I shot it a couple times on Sunday, and when I got home, the fill valve O-ring, it's a little piece of rubber, and I'll try to see if I can get it in focus, but if you know what I'm talking about, right in here, let me try to get a little pointer or something, but let's see, right in here, right around where the valve is, there's supposed to be a little rubber ring to where when you fill it, let's see if I can get that back in focus. When you fill it, the gas doesn't just spew out everywhere. Let me see if I could unzoom real quick. For example, when it is missing, this is what will happen. You can freeze your hand too. As you can see, all the gas is just going around. I don't know if that was on camera, but all the gas goes around and it starts kind of freezing up your hand. It does hold a little bit of gas, but let's see here. So it holds a little bit, but more than half of it just goes around the side. So it's a lot of wasted gas or propane, whatever you are using. So what I'm going to show you is just, it could be, for me it's a temporary fix, and it is actually doing really, really well. I saw this on a forum for another MP7 that lost their O-ring. And I didn't really understand it, and then I read it a couple times, and then I finally got it. And it's actually really simple, but kind of a tedious process. I did order some Moondog O-rings, the red ones. They were $5 for 6, which is pretty expensive for a piece of rubber. But I did buy that anyway. But for the in the meantime, this will do you really well. The only thing that makes it a temporary fix is you have to kind of keep pushing this in. You guys probably don't know what I'm talking about just yet, but anyway, all you're going to need for this is your mag with the missing or broken O-ring, and if it's broken, just make sure to try to get that out. But if it's most of the time it's just missing, so get your mag. You're going to get any kind of tool that should fit right around there, that should be able to push something. Like, let's say the O-ring wasn't there, it should be able to push it down, for instance. So a small object like that, and this is just a pocket knife. I'm not going to use it for the knife. It has another kind of small attachment thing on it. Let me see if I can pull it out. There we go. It's like looks almost like a metal toothpick, so that should get around in there. So just more of the story with that, just small objects that should push whatever it is in there. Some plumber's tape, Teflon tape, whatever you want to call it. You know, just that one kind of flexible, rippable tape. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. You're going to need some of that. Some silicone oil. I'm just going to use the spray oil. I have other oil I should probably use, but for now I'm just going to use this. And you don't really need this, but just an empty can of green gas just to help push it in at the very end. But a full can of green gas will do that anyway when you're about to fill it in the first place. But this has a little bit of gas left. It's kind of empty, and I'll get to that in just a second. So, I've only done it once, and it took me a while, so this is my second time, so I'm probably not going to get it too well. But, so let's just go ahead and I'll show you what to do. Oh, and I forgot to mention, a pair of scissors will be helpful to cut the tape. With that said, we'll just get started. Let's try to keep all that in frame. You won't need the oil until later, so you can just put that to the side. So, essentially, I'm just going to explain what I'm going to do, and then we'll just get into it. Maybe if I zoom in, it'll be a little bit more helpful. Yeah, that's fine. So, let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna get a piece of the Teflon tape and just basically put it in there, just circle it around, and there's some methods of doing that, and I'm just gonna tell them real quick. But, so basically, it's just gonna hold the seal, so when you're putting the gas in, it won't get around the Teflon tape, or the plumber's tape, so it won't spew out. It'll actually keep it in there, and it'll work just fine. And then I'll tell you at the end of the video the kind of cons and what to look out for when you do that method. But for a temporary fix, this is perfect, and this is actually what I use to do the full auto mag dump. So as you can see, it held over 40 rounds on one charge of gas. So what you will need to do, the first step, is just get, the form I read said about 1.5 inches, but that was way too much in my opinion. I'm just going to get about 1 inch or so. Just going to play by ear. And you could always stack it on there anyway. You'll see what I mean. Like if you did too little and you would like to put another loop around the valve, you can easily do that. So once you get about this much of the tape, all you do is just twist it. Just going to twist it so it's basically as thin as string. There we go. So once you twist it, it's going to be like that. You can barely even see it now. You know, it's just a little piece of string. I'm not going to focus the camera again. Yeah, it's just the Teflon tape just went to a piece of string. And what you're going to do, you're going to try to just rest it right in there. So now it's just sitting next to the valve. You can kind of get an idea. I'm going to focus the camera this time. So you just put the string of plumber's tape in there on the side of the valve. And now all you're going to do is just wrap it around the where you put the gas in. It'll make sense if you're doing this at the same time I am. You might be. But yeah, you just put the string around there. It's not really string, it's the Teflon tape. But you just put it in there, and then with your little tool, you start circling it around there. You make sure that it's going around where the gas actually goes in. You don't want to block it. I don't know if I'm in the shot or not. I apologize. Lower myself real quick, and I'll show a close up when I'm done with this. But yeah, essentially just keep on pushing it through. And like I was saying earlier, if you did too little, you could easily just put a little bit more around. I think for the amount I did, it should be fine. So yeah, just get 1 inch or maybe less than 1 inch, and by the time you twist it up and make it like to that string material, it actually seems to get a lot longer. So it'll be fine. You don't need too much. It's kind of like trial and error as well. If you think you did enough and then you fill it and it's still leaking just a little bit, just put another layer. I think that should be fine. It's just kind of ready to come out right now, so I have to push the empty can of green gas in there to keep it down. But let's see if I can show you what I did there. I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but right in there, get the pointer again. Right around there, you should see that white Teflon tape. Let me actually get my phone. The flashlight app might help. Let's see real quick. Okay. So let's see, keep it in focus. Now it's a little too bright. Let me turn the brightness down. But where is it in focus? I don't know if you guys could tell, but around that little black dot, that's where the gas goes in. There's the white Teflon tape that goes all the way around it. And so that's basically acting like the rubber seal. So with that said, we'll go to the next step. Let's see if I can focus the camera. Good enough. Okay. So now that that seal is in there, you're going to get your different little utensils for putting it in even more, and just make sure that it's in there really, really good. You can just change around the different tools you're using. So that should be good for now. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of this oil in there. Not too much, just a little bit for now. And then you're going to put it in. You're going to do the same process basically. There we go. You just make sure that it's really good in there. Now I might need to put a little bit more later. We'll have to see. But now you just put a little bit more oil. Clean off right there. And then I'm going to get the empty can of green gas. I believe, well no, which one was empty? I forgot. I think this one right here was the empty one. Yeah, I don't hear anything. And then you just basically push it down. And as you can see, actually this one was not the empty one. This one actually has some in there. And it was not spewing out that time. So what you want to be careful about is like when you're filling it, and usually like with the mag with a good O-ring, you fill it and then you'll remove the can real quickly. If you do that, you have there's a chance of all the Teflon tape just ripping out with it, and you have to put it back in. Kind of a pain in the butt. So with this, if you're gonna fill it, you're gonna hold it in, and then slowly remove it, and then it should stay in there. You might kind of need to push it back in. Like I said, that's why it would be considered a temporary fix. But anyway, I put just a little bit in there, so I shouldn't get too many shots, but just to prove it's holding the gas a little bit. Let's see. Just to prove it's holding the gas. You guys saw how much I put in there, and this can is practically empty. You're not hearing anything. But let's see what we can do. And there's no ammo in here, so I'm just gonna hold the catch. So shot a couple shots off. Now I'm gonna get a full can of green gas and see what it will do. Actually, this one has a little bit more. I'm not too sure, but yeah, these cans are empty. I got a little bit in there. Let's see. And then looks like it's starting to come out a little bit. We'll just put that right back. There we go. And then add a little bit more oil if you need to. And then the more you do that, the more it'll actually stay in place a little bit better. So yeah, now it's starting to stay in place a little bit better. Switching up cans just to try to get as much as possible. So let's see what we got. Got these cans. I'm actually just about to throw these away. These are empty. Gotta buy some more. So yeah, those cans are empty, but as you can see, it's not spewing out the gas anymore, and that's all that matters. So I promise you, with the full can of green gas, I should get all 40 rounds off. Like I did on the mag dump video, it actually had the Teflon tape, not the stock O-ring. So like I said, I'm buying the Moondog ones anyway, just in case it happened again, and it could just be better down the road. It's probably more long term. This is just a short term fix, and so if that's, I just did this because I wanted to shoot my gun. I didn't want to wait another week after I bought it to shoot it. So this is a temporary fix. It could be a long-term fix as well. But other than that, that's how you get your gun back, basically, to be able to shoot it again. So that's how to fix your fill valve. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.